We're going to do what the president said he'd do, which is we're going to get America, North America, independent for energy within the next 10 years. America is going to be energy independent. Number one. Number two, we need to make sure that our workers have the skills they need to succeed and that our kids are given the skills that will allow them to succeed. It is inexcusable in the nation that invented public education to have our kids performing in the bottom quartile. The president just can't do what he knows he should do because his largest campaign contributor is the teachers' unions. If we are president and vice president, we will put the teachers and the kids first and the union behind. There's a third thing. Number three, we're going to take advantage of trade and make trade work for America. We're productive. We can compete with anyone in the world successfully. I want to open up new markets, particularly in places like Latin America, where there's a growing middle class. It's a huge opportunity for us. We speak the language, we're in the same time zone, so we have opportunity there. But at the same time, I want to make sure that people in trade who cheat recognize there will be consequences. We won't stand for it. China has cheated. I'm going to put an end to it. Number four, so number one, energy. Number two, the skills we need to succeed. Number three, trade. And number four, this is an important one as well. You're not going to have entrepreneurs risk all their savings and convince their family to invest in their business, nor are you going to have big multinational companies decide to build factories in Ohio or anywhere else in America if they think we're headed to Greece. And if we keep spending massively more than we take in, that is where we're headed. And therefore, if we're president and vice president, we will do everything in our power and accomplish this goal. We will cut federal spending, we will cap federal spending, yes, and we'll finally get us on track to have a balanced budget. And there's one more. And that is, number five, champion small business. Help small business. Help entrepreneurs. Help innovators. The big businesses are able to accommodate, in some cases, all the regulations that get thrown on them because they have all the lawyers and the scale. They can even sometimes handle the big tax rate, highest taxes in the world on corporations here, because they have businesses all over the world. Big companies like GE, as you saw, paid no tax a year or two ago. That's because of all the operations they have around the world. But if you're in a small business, if you're in a dry cleaning operation, or you're starting a taxi business, or you got a small software company, let me tell you, those regulations and those taxes are crushing to small business. The president wants to raise the tax on small business from 35% to 40%. That's the income tax. And by the time you pay the state tax, which is just a little under 6%, and then you pay sales tax and gasoline tax and real estate tax, well, you find out that the government is taking well more than half of what you make. And so people decide, well, I'm not going to begin my business. That's why we're at a 30-year low in this country for new business startups. I want to make sure that we help entrepreneurs and innovators. I want to speak to the women of America who have dreams, who begin businesses in their homes, who begin businesses out in the marketplace, who are working in various enterprises and companies. I want you to be successful. Our campaign is about making it easier for entrepreneurs, women and men, to start businesses, to grow businesses. We will champion small business because we know that's where our jobs come from. We know that if we get this economy going with energy that's abundant, by getting the skills people need, by opening up new trade and cracking down on cheaters, by finally getting us to a balanced budget and being a real champion of small business, America's going to surprise the world. We're going to stand out as a shining city on a hill, in part because of our extraordinary economy. This is a choice.
USA! 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 USA!
This is a choice. Paul began by saying this is a vote about the soul of America. What kind of an America are we going to have? We have laid out an America that's based upon the skill, the capacity, the dream of each individual, and a government that protects their rights and encourages them to be able to realize those dreams. That's our vision. The president's vision is one of a larger and larger government taking more and more and trying to provide more and more to you. It takes us on a road to Europe, or worse, California. Just kidding about that. Sort of. Look, I don't want to become Europe. I want America to remain America, the hope of the earth, the shining city on the hill.